Hello everybody. So today the UK, along with 7 other countries, called for a briefing and consultations on Burma. That's a really important issue for us. The Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson was in Bangladesh, where he went down to Cox's Bazar, where he spent time with Rohingya refugees and heard some of the horrific stories they had to tell. And he also went to Burma. He flew over Rakhine State and saw the devastation below of the villages that have been burnt. And he met Aung San Suu Kyi, and he had a very clear message that the Burmese authorities need to show leadership at this stage. They need to allow for the safe and secure return of refugees in a dignified way. And we need to increase our efforts, all of us, the international community, the UN, and the authorities of Burma, to let the UN in to help in that. The other thing I would say, although it's not on the Council agenda, but I just want to say, re-emphasise the importance the UK attaches to a zero-tolerance culture on sexual exploitation and abuse. We're working very closely with the UN Secretary-General in his efforts to stamp out abuse under the UN flag. And in particular, the UK, in its funding compact with some of the key agencies here, have introduced clauses and milestones on the need to tackle sexual exploitation and abuse, which will lead to funds being withdrawn if they're not met. And we work very closely with them in these efforts, but clearly there is much more that needs to be done.
On Syria, can you give us an update on the Kuwaiti-Swedish draft for a 30-day ceasefire? Do you have hope that that will be voted on soon, and do you think it'll be passed?
So the Swedes and the Kuwaitis have circulated what I think is a very good draft resolution. Conversations are taking place yesterday. They're taking place again today. I don't know exactly when it will come to vote, but it seems to me it's an important resolution that could really make a difference to civilians who are going through some hellish times, particularly in eastern Ghouta and in Idlib. And we've repeatedly called on the regime and its backers to ensure humanitarian supplies can go through, to stop the bombardment of civilians, and to get those most urgent in medical need out. And that seems to be something that this resolution will hopefully help us to achieve.
A statement from the Syrian government today that they refuse any formation of the constitutional committee outside the Syrian. Namely, they mentioned the UN. It's not for the UN to form the constitutional committee. What's your comment on that?
Well, we will discuss the Syria political file tomorrow when we come as a council here, and we will be able to discuss that then. I will be, I think, with my colleagues looking to hear from Russia as to what they will be saying about these points, because it's always been, I think, clear that Russia has said that it will help us to bring the regime to a point where it negotiates in Geneva, and that was all part of the point of Sochi, that the Constitutional Committee would move to Geneva. But these are things we'll talk about tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
As panel holder, what do you think the Council should do, considering reports recently of mass graves, and a few weeks ago the Special Rapporteur said this might bear the hallmarks of genocide, which is a little bit stronger than ethnic cleansing? Is there anything the Council should consider at this point?
Well, this is exactly why we're keeping this on the Council's agenda, why we called for the meeting, why we called for meetings last year, why we agreed a PRST. And today, let's hear from my Council colleagues, and then we'll make a decision about what the next step should be. Thank you.
Thank you.